Day 2 of the murder trial in the drunk driving crash that killed a former University of Louisville cheerleader. As WDRB's Monica Harkins details, the jury is going to have to decide if the man accused was driving the car at all. Monica?
Gil, the jury is still hearing witness testimony right now here at the Judicial Center in downtown Louisville. All of this started this morning around 10 a.m. with opening statements after the final jury was selected. We know that's where they left us off yesterday afternoon. So what is the opening statements? It's really the heart of the beginning of the trial, where both sides get to outline what they believe will either prove Caraway is guilty or not.
A person should never drive a car while they're under the influence of alcohol, going 80+ miles an hour with an unrestrained front passenger. The defendant, Bradley Caraway, did all three.
Then 34-year-old Bradley Caraway is accused of murder in the drunk driving crash that killed Shanae Moorman back in August of 2016. 25-year-old Moorman was pinned under the car and died. Now, more than 7 years after the crash, the prosecution's opening statements painted Moorman as a victim of Caraway's recklessness.
She was a young woman with a bright future ahead of her that met the wrong guy in a bar and ended up trapped underneath his car.
While the defense uses video from inside Gerstl's, the bar they were at before the crash, to say Moorman seemed like she was calling the shots.
But she takes him by the hand and she is leading him out of that bar.
The defense's main argument: it's possible Caraway wasn't driving at the time of the crash. Defense attorney Rob Eggert says he will show during the trial one of the medical experts was wrong in his examination of Caraway, and that Caraway's blood was on the passenger side airbags.
It all leads one way. Bradley Caraway is innocent.
The prosecution says the car's event data recorder, the black box recording system in the car, and the seatbelts say the opposite.
That the seatbelt worked as it was supposed to, that it saved the driver from being ejected. So the only person who could have reasonably been driving was Bradley Caraway.
We also heard testimony from Shanae's mom, Mrs. Moorman, as well as a witness who saw the car driving on I-64 before the crash. And the majority of this afternoon was spent listening to testimony from an LMPD detective from the day the crash happened. He also followed up on the investigation afterwards. And Gil, a big part of this is going to be listening to what Shanae's mom had to say. Coming up in our next hour, you'll hear what she remembers from the last time she spoke to her daughter.
A murder trial that is 7 years in the making. All right, Monica, we'll see you at our next hour.